Hello everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. This is going to be a touchy subject. It may offend a lot of people, and particularly women, mostly. But I wouldn't be surprised if it offends some guys as well. I'm going to discuss something, and when it comes to women in relationships. Now, I'm not an expert, no, and I can't say from experience because I've never been that in a serious relationship. Mainly because I was too nice of a guy. I always been the type of guy that was always nice and kind, sensitive to women, listen to women, were always there for them, very respectful. But for some reason, I couldn't. Women did not desire me that way. They always went for the bad boys and the thugs and jerks. You know what I'm saying? But I will always hear, women talk about how horrible they're and how violent with some women, not all, but enough, where women talk about how abusive and controlling and domineering their boyfriend, even husband, is to them. It's also seen it a lot with women in my family and their girlfriends as well. And I've always been told, you're such a sweet guy, you're not abusive, you don't hit women, you're respectful, you're not abusive, you're not controlling. You'll get a girlfriend one day. That's what I've always been told growing up. Just by girls, women that I encountered in my life. But that never happened. I'll tell you what happened. Now, the more nice and kind I was, and the more sweet and loving I was, the more disrespected I got. The more hostility and anger I got from women. The more I got treated like shit. The more I got denied a dating and love life and sex life from women. The more I was denied a relationship and rejected by women constantly. You know what I mean? I know a lot, and it wasn't. And I thought I was the only one that was in this situation. Oh, you're too nice. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, you're too perfect. What the fuck does that mean? I didn't say I was perfect. But you women, you girls, you women mainly, always say that shit. And I never understood. You would cry on a guy's shoulder, the guy that you should be dating, who will always listen to you bitch and complain, always try to help you out, but you don't give this guy no play, no ass, you don't give him no pussy, no blowjob, no nothing. There were times that this man wanted to talk about his problems, but you didn't want to fucking listen to him. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to understand is what I'm really basically saying. I really don't give a fuck, and I have no sympathy for many of you women who are in abusive relationships. I'm really sick and tired of the fucking excuses that you have for picking the wrong men who are degenerates, men who are thugs, bad boys. Just men who even men who are misogynistic. But you complain about but the thing is, you women reject good men, nice, kind-hearted, sweet-loving men who would always be loyal to you and respect you and treat you and not objectify you and exploit you, but you treat us like shit. You know what I'm saying? You women go down with these lazy, degenerate fools, clowns, these boys, these effeminate males. You fuck with these bad boys and these thugs, men who are criminals, drug dealers, and men who commit white collar crimes at that too. But y'all still date these guys and still fuck these guys no matter how much pain and suffering you go through. You date guys, you date guys you chase rich guys who are abusive and assholes as well, grab you by the pussy like Donald Trump, or you date some bum ass dude who don't have nothing going for himself. You fuck with him, or you just date it. You don't even have to be. You don't have to even be that. He can be a regular guy who's just a straight up jerk, and it's just a straight up jerk, bad boy. Guys, who have records, who are thugs, no matter if they're rich or poor, you still fuck with these guys. Guys who are known serial killers, you fuck with them. Guys who are womanizers, cheaters, you still fuck with them. But guys who, like myself, who don't do that shit, we don't get nothing. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why is that? I'm trying to get an answer for that. So basically, bottom line, I really have no sympathy, and I don't feel bad and sorry for you bitches who are victims of rape, because some of y'all put yourselves in that fucked up predicament. Damn well these guys are abusive as hell and beat your ass every day, and you continue to go back to that abusive guy. Guys who put their hands on you, guys who try to harm you, damn near try to kill you, and you still make excuses of why you continue to fuck with that guy or go for guys who are like that. You come up with every fucking excuse of why you do that shit. Guys that force themselves on you and force you to do shit that you don't want to do. Guys, men like myself, who will never force you to do anything you don't want to do. You don't give us no respect. You don't take us seriously. Hey, cat. I hear women saying that, guys who don't have a job and don't do shit and get you homeless and shit like that, losing shit. You're losing your house and you're losing your cars. You're losing everything that you worked hard for because you were with the last guy who provided that shit for you, and you got it out of that divorce. You living off, you got these bum ass dudes living off your welfare check, living off the child support that's for the kids, living off your alimony. You take care of these fucking degenerates, and then when you lose it all and you get hurt badly, and worse, your kids get abused, molested, treated like shit. It's never your fucking fault. When you chose wrong. Women, I'm tired of the bullshit excuses. You know what the fuck you're doing. Don't tell me you can't tell the difference between a good guy versus a bad guy. A good man, a good productive man versus a fucking criminal. Thug. Don't tell me you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what the fuck you're doing. I'm not saying all women do this. Now, if this guy was nice and kind to you, and he just so all of a sudden he turned mentally ill, I'm not talking about that kind of situation. He was nice, and you were with this man, and he was good from the start, but he got with the wrong crowd, getting into some bad shit. I'm not talking about that kind of situation. That situation, it's irrelevant to what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, women who know from the start, that men ain't no damn good, and they're told since they're little girls before they grow up breast and have a menstrual cycle that these males ain't no damn good, but you keep fucking and sucking them and keep picking them and having babies by them. That's the chicks I'm talking about. Those are the bitches I'm talking about. Verbally, who are abusive. These males are abusive as hell, mean as hell, nasty as hell to you, nasty to everybody else, people, just to people, period. But you think you can change them. You know, I really have no sympathy for women who are in abusive relationships or just got out of abusive relationships. Now y'all want to turn into man-hating feminists and saying men ain't shit when the fact of the matter is you ain't shit because you chose that dude. You knew he was no damn good to begin with. You know he was a liar. You knew he was a cheater. You knew he was a player. You knew he had a record. You knew he was a criminal. I don't give a damn. I mean, you knew he was a... You knew this guy was irresponsible. I don't give a shit if he had a lot of money. You knew this guy was a baller. You thought he was gonna make it to the pros, the football, the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball, whatever. You know, he was an aspiring entertainer, but he had nothing other. He had no other talents to invest in, but you put all your eggs in one basket. This guy treated you like shit. He had all the women chasing him. You chased him. And then now when shit goes south and he don't become what you expect, now you're mad. Sometimes in life things don't work out that way. It's the way we plan it. The way we anticipate in our minds. But you knew this guy that's irresponsible. You know, I mean, women dating millionaires, rich guys, and then gambling their money away, and now they're broke, and now you talk about how horrible a shitty ass guy he was. You know, that kind of. I mean, I can go through multiple situations that I heard in my life where women talking this shit. Not, I mean, just in real life and in TV and social media. Me getting to base with these females. Women talk about, oh, this guy stole money from me. He was no good, but you knew he was no damn good. Now you want to require good men like myself to pick up the fucking tab for your fucking fuck up, and that's not fucking fair. No, and you justify gold digging. Well, the reason why he has to have money, he got to have this, and he got to have that. Well, you should require that from your last 5, 6 asshole ain't shit boyfriends that you fucking had previously. You should have had that standard from the beginning, and you should have brought something to the fucking table. That's how I feel. That's how it is. That's how it should be. That was your fault that you chose wrong. You know, women talking about how men ain't shit, but you picked them. Women are the fucking choosers. You talk about men need to change and then stop doing such and such. Well, you women need to stop doing such and such and stop picking these no good ass dudes who you know are womanizers, liars, cheaters, snakes, con artists, thugs, criminals, and just complete jerks who don't give a damn about nobody but the fucking selves. But you females love it. You like these or guys who are fucking on the down low who are fucking gay. You know they're gay, but you want to fuck them and try to change them and to make them a straight guy. Guys who are feminine, effeminate, and can't do shit. Can't stand up and be a fucking man. But you're taking care of him when you have no business taking care of him in the first place. He didn't ask for your fucking help last time I checked. If he asked for your help, that would be totally different. But you volunteer to try to change him and make him be something that he did not want to be in the fucking first place. That's what pisses me off, and a lot of guys off. Women talk about who are in these bad toxic relationships. Talk about I had no father. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. What the fuck does that daddy not being in your fucking life have to do with you choosing ain't shit men, ain't shit males, I should say? You know right from wrong. You know from the good guy to the bad guy. Now I'm not saying your life is easy. If you didn't have no good positive male role model and influence to have a roadmap to choose right, I'm not saying that it ain't gonna be difficult. But a lot of times when you get to a certain age, y'all claim to be so damn smart. When you get to a certain age, you cannot make fucking excuses. Well, I didn't have a father in my life. That's why I chose sorry ass dudes, men who treated me like shit, men who abused me and beat my ass and shit like that. You know, a lot of y'all came from broken homes, and you know the men, the type of men that your mama picked, where you got beat up sometimes. Some of y'all got molested, got raped. You know, you knew this man was a drunk, womanizer, player, pimp. You know, or he was a flat out criminal. Or or your mom was with this asshole who treated you like shit and treated her like shit because she was with him because he got money. You knew that, and you repeated the same cycle of ignorance. You know, so I mean, some of you women who have kids out of wedlock from these sorry ass dudes, I don't feel sorry for you. You brought that on yourself, and unfortunately, you brought that on your fucking child. And that's really irritating that you women, you don't take no personal responsibility for your fucking shit. For your fuck ups. For your poor choices in life and in men, period. You know, I'm really, really frustrated. And then on top of that, and adding insult to injury, you say all men ain't shit. When you know that ain't true. You throw good men underneath the bus for your poor choices when it was your fucking fault. There was good guys who came into your life, but you didn't give them the time of day because they didn't have nice shoes. They didn't have a nice car. They didn't have Versace or some bullshit like that, Armani suits or whatever the fuck. You know, they didn't have no swag. They didn't have no game. They didn't kiss your ass. You couldn't control them and manipulate them. They didn't say jump. They didn't jump when you said jump. So or they were just structured and had discipline and responsible, and they were stable, and you found them out to be boring as hell. You rejected them, or you fucked them over. You dated these guys who provided for you and took care of you and cared for you. You just threw him away and took half his shit, and then fuck with some bad boy and thug. And you wonder why men are angry. Good men. And wonder why you don't get taken seriously because you are fucking hoe. You portray yourselves like that, you're a fucking gold digger. You're fucking selfish. You're a fucking feminist who think men owe you shit. I'm back. Somebody was knocking on my door, but it's really frustrating me. It's really frustrating that you women choose wrong. A lot of y'all deliberately choose the domineering asshole, the thug, the bad boy, the jerk, the womanizer, the player, the pimp, and you get burned by these sorry ass and the degenerate male. You get burnt by these guys, irresponsible, lazy as hell, careless with their money, don't build shit, and you blame me and guys like myself for you, and you want us to pick up the tab, especially when you got kids by these losers. That's what's heartbreaking. You know, it's really gotten enough is enough. Women, I'm tired of you coming up with these excuses, using men, good men like myself, like emotional tampons, talk about how horrible and abusive your boyfriend is, your husband is. You asking for advice, but you know the answer to what you're asking for. But you don't take the advice. You still do what the hell you want to do and take no personal responsibility for your poor choices in life and in men. You come up with justifications which is fucking absurd. If you never met your father in your life and your mom was a single mom then you should not be choosing no good ass dude because you don't have no damn blueprint. If your mom if your mom chose a man who was abusive to her, you gotta ask yourself, you gotta ask mom, why did she do it? But you don't women. But a lot of times, you women don't talk about how you that. I'm not saying it's justified, always justified what men do. I'm not saying men are off the hook. I'm not letting them off the hook. What I'm saying is, point blank, this man has a temper, and you fucking push his buttons. You put your hands on a man, he slaps the shit out you, and then you want to play victim when it was your fucking fault. You should have kept your hands to your fucking self. You should have never talked shit saying, "Oh, you got a tiny dick," "Oh, I faked the orgasm," or "I was fucking with some such and such." Trying to get that guy to hit you, and then he hits you. And you want to call the cops and you want to be absolved from any fucking responsibility for what you did to cause that problem. Some of y'all cheated on your man and came up with a bunch of fucking excuses. And you think men ain't supposed to be angry and hurt by that? You deliberately hurt men, make them go over the edge to the point where, or you fucking tease them in the bedroom, and you put yourself in a compromised position, and then when you get hurt and get harmed and get violated or get killed, you want to talk about how you a fucking victim. Technically you're not the fucking victim. You're prick teasing, strip teasing, and if you are provoking men, antagonizing them, getting in their fucking face, putting your hands on them, playing with his feelings and emotions, denying him love and sex on purpose, and then you want to play victim when the guy snaps. Don't feel sorry for you one bit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, a lot of times in most domestic violence situations, women are the aggressor. They provoke shit and start shit, and then the guy finishes it. But no, feminists say you should never hold a woman accountable. Oh, when a woman did in her fucking past sexually, in her sexual escapades, she should not that should not be relevant to her accusing a guy of rape. When it has all to do with it, because she's a fucking whore and a slut, and she's playing games, fucking with men, period. Lying on men, lying to men, starting all kinds of trouble. A lot of y'all are troublemakers. I hear women talking about this man is horrible, he's abusive, he's mean, he's disrespectful, he cheats on me, he mistreats me. But what did you do to him? That's what I want to know. That caused that problem. If that's the case, then why the fuck were you with him? And don't tell me you didn't know. You didn't pay attention to the red flags. But you were thinking with your pussy. You were thinking with your genitalia. You wasn't using your brain. You were thinking with your clit. You were thinking with your vagina. You was not using your brain. You was not using logic and common sense. You don't take no personal responsibility and think about the fucked up choices that you made. You know this man was a degenerate. You know he was lazy. You know he was still living off his fucking parents, or living off his mother, or whoever the fuck. You know he was a user. You know he was a con artist. You know he had a record. You know he's a fucking thug. You don't have no respect for the law. You know this man was a white collar criminal. You know this man was an irresponsible baller. Make a lot of money, but he don't invest, he don't save, he don't do nothing with it but spend like you do. You knew this man was a liar. He was a cheater. You knew the signs, but you just overlooked it because you want to believe in this bullshit that love conquers all. When the truth of the matter is, love does conquer all when both man and woman work as a team and are honest with each other, in front with each other, and work together. People who are responsible and use logic and common sense conquers all too. I mean, women saying, I watched part of that movie, Dr. Dre's video, Dr. Dre's movie documentary about this bitch. I don't know who the fuck she is, but she was talking about how abusive he was, and she was a victim, and how He was ain't shit and all blah 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 say blah say blah. But she knew that. But she fought, but she didn't care because he had money. I mean, another thing, you women choose these guys who got money and they abuse you and treat you like shit and they cheat on you and lie to you. I mean, and then they're domineering. You know who he was, especially if he was a celebrity. You knew who he was. You were with him for the money. You didn't give a damn if he had morals or not, or he had a good heart or not, or he respected you or himself. All you cared about was his fucking wallet, his fucking bank account, and you got burnt, or you couldn't take it anymore. I don't feel sorry for you one bit. I don't feel sorry for you women who do this shit. And you women come up with these excuses of why you stay in these toxic relationships and these abusive men. Who are actually some of these men who are abusive to women were abused by their mother. Did you know that? A lot of times, women, like I said before, women provoke men into getting violent and getting physical with the women. Not saying he should put his hands on a woman, but I understand why some men do it, or kill a woman. You know what I'm saying? Women talking about, I can't stay. He might track me down. Did he ever track you down? Did you ever try to leave? Did you ever get an order of protection? Did you ever try to move? I understand it can be expensive, but whose fault? But that's a lesson learned. Don't put yourself in that fucked up situation in the first place. The best way to handle a situation sometimes is to never put yourself in that situation in the first place. A lot of times, the reason why women stay in these toxic relationships with these horrible men, these abusive ass men, is because of the fact that they don't want to be alone, or he got money, or he has good dick, or he got ultra swag, or he got women after him. That's why they fucking stay. But y'all don't want to admit that because society will hold you accountable, and they will not see you as the fucking victim. I understand why some men stay in abusive relationships with women because, number one, because the court system is on the woman's side. Woman can take half his shit, half his assets, take half his money, or more than half his money, and he's asked the fuck out. Take his kids away. Why is a lot of time women get the kids in the house and the cars and other assets in their relationship when the relationship fails? Men are forced to pay child support too. When they lose the kids to the woman, when this crooked ass man John a feminist man hating feminist bitch female judges give women everything, when the divorce happens between the man and the woman, the judge and the lawyers side with the woman, give the woman everything, give her custody of the kids. Give her the house, give her and the other man's materialistic items, assets. And the man's out in the cold and out in the street. That's why men stay in abusive relationships when they're fucked up. And some men don't want to be alone themselves. Or Calvin, sometimes what if the guy's not married to her? Guess what? He can still lose. He can still get fucked up like that too. Don't get it twisted. If it's a mutual companionship, the man can lose his shit, lose his everything he worked hard for, especially if he got kids by her. Okay. And there's some women who are violent as fuck, will stalk a guy and look for him or get his ass killed by some hitman. I understand why some guys stay, but my thing is when you're in a toxic relationship, you just gotta fucking go, get out as fast as you can. You gotta take that risk, even if you don't want to be alone. You understand that there's somebody out there for you. Believe it or not, there's women out there for you guys out there. There's women out there. For you women out there, there's men out there. But when it comes to women, it's that women know that there's a lot of nice guys out there, but they want the challenge. They want the bad boy. They want the fuck. They want someone who turns them on. Swag, money, status. That's what women look for in men. Men just look for a nice looking chick, and that's it. And hopefully she can cook. But most women stay in these abusive relationships is because the dick is good, because they want sex, easy sex, and they don't want to go out and try to look for a man to find out who she's compatible with, because that's too much work. Because women don't approach men. That's why it's their hard. They have it hard. That's why it's hard for them. That's why women think it's hard for them, because y'all don't approach men. Y'all don't talk to men, but y'all just go by men who come up to you most of the time. And all I'm gonna say is this: women, y'all stay in these abusive men, toxic relationships. It's not because of religion or what society thinks. Who cares? Who gives a shit what society thinks? You're still picking assholes anyway. Losers, men who you know ain't no damn good for you. So I ain't buying that. Or it's harder to say he might stalk me and look for me. He might kill me. Well, whose fault is that? Who put yourself in? You put yourself in that situation. But my thing is, don't stay in that situation. You get the fuck out, and trust me. You get the cops. If you call the cops or you get an order of protection, you can get it. You always be doing that to good men. Always getting an order of protection against us, taking our kids away, taking our house away, taking our cars, taking our assets away, taking our money away, forcing us to pay alimony and child support. Y'all do that. Y'all leave good men for because you ain't satisfied, because you didn't get this, you didn't get that, even though the man gave you everything, every goddamn thing. But when it comes to assholes and jerks, lazy, degenerate guys, thugs and criminals, you stay with them. And a lot of times it's because of the dick, and it's the dick, number one. Don't get it twisted. Then it's the money, and then you women don't want to be alone, and you don't want to struggle financially by yourself and be independent and be responsible. Even though you got safety nets every goddamn where. So my thing is, if a man hits you and without you provoking the situation, it's time to leave. If it was unprovoked, you didn't do anything, it's time to go. But if you're provoking the situation, maybe you need to think before you speak. But I wouldn't. If it's that toxic, if people are going to lose their temper and put their hands on you like that, you shouldn't be in that situation, that relationship. But if a man does that, without unprovoked, you didn't do nothing about it. You didn't do anything to him. Didn't fuck with him. Didn't do no shady, sneaky ass shit. But you were nice and kind. You need to get the fuck out. Real talk. But don't go back there. Especially when you see the red flags. You gotta take time to get to know people. Stop looking for sex, thinking about everything's about sex. Stop thinking everything is about money. Stop thinking everything is about good looks and status and shit. Stop going off of superficial bullshit. And this goes to guys. If a woman's violent and is trying to provoke you and antagonize you, and to the point where she wants you to hit her, get out of there. Get out of there, or throw her out your fucking house. Same with women, vice versa. If a man's violent towards you, hostile, if a man ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing, ain't respecting you, and he don't respect himself as well, don't have no integrity, it's time to go. He gotta go. But don't sit there and play victim and say, oh, he's abusive to me, and keep going back to that guy, or go after the same type of asshole ain't shit dude that you complain about, and then say all men ain't shit. That ain't fair. That ain't right. Take personal responsibility and think before you do shit. Take time to get to know somebody. Stop, because a lot of times you women don't want to be alone, because you want to have this unattainable shit of the unattainable guy, because you got a lot of good men who really want to treat you well, treat you like a queen and take care of you and love you, but you don't let us. Because you want something challenging and some drama and some shit like that. A lot of you women like drama. Y'all like chaos because of the TV and the books and the magazines and all that bullshit. You like that dominant male that you want to control, but you don't admit this shit. All I want to say is, women, stop making excuses. A lot of times y'all stay in these fucked up relationships just because because of the dick, because he's domineering, because of sex, because he got looks, stats, fame, and money, because you don't want to be alone and struggle financially, independent. You don't want to live independent and take care of yourself like an adult, because you want to be dependent on a man to take care of your lazy ass. It's time to grow the fuck up and be responsible and take care of yourself and take care of your kids if you got kids. Choose right the first time. Then you can avoid a lot of bullshit. Think about that. Peace.